The Avanti, then, has all the right elements and deserves the sports car tag, but yes, it leans a bit on the traditional side when it comes to the space frame chassis. All the suspension components, gearbox, body panels and the engine are mounted on this chassis, and this makes it stiffer, which is good. This is especially noticeable when you dive into a corner and then make that swift twitch just to keep the car in line. The Avanti does it in the most non-dramatic and non-scary. Powering the Avanti is a 2.0-liter turbocharged engine developing 250 bhp. The motor is an off-the-shelf, 4-cylinder unit, from a French car manufacturer, and it develops a torque of 340 Nm, which kicks in at as low as 2000 rpm, but when you bring it to life, it sounds normal. You expect the engine to crank in a burst of exhaust volume. Well, there's none of that drama. But the lack of noise has nothing to do with performance. According to the people at DC Designs, it sprints from 0-100 km/h in just 6 seconds, and there's no reason why we won't believe it. Yes, it's quick and fun to drive, and with a ground clearance of 155 mm it is tall too, and has no problems negotiating any of the speed bumps or potholes on the road. The clutch was a bit heavy and the brakes felt a bit spongy, so you felt it needed a bit more travel to get that bite, but well, it is still work in progress, and bleeding the brakes might resolve the issue, to an extent. What makes it fun is the 6-speed synchromesh manual gearbox. It wouldn't have been a true sports car if it was automatic, would it? It takes some getting used to the gearbox, but the positioning of the gearbox is ideal for a sports car kind of feel. The transmission works well and lifts the 1500 kg beast to provide you with power at will. There is no option for paddle shifters yet, but if they could get it in there, that would make some people, who like automatic transmission, but want their hands to do the talking, happy. The interiors of the car are what we were interested in, for we've seen the maker conjure this space into a work of art in other cars. So what has he done here? For starters, I thought I wouldn't fit in it. A 6-footer, both in height and girth, I wasn't really confident that the sports seats would make for comfortable housing, but surprisingly, once I was in the seat, there wasn't an issue. There wasn't much headroom for me, as there was just about a centimeter's distance between my skull and the roof, and you also have no option to change the height of your seat. Of course, DC offers you a whole range of interior options, from leather carpets to Alcantara seats and headliner, and that's all customizable. So if you are planning to buy one, well, there's a lot to choose from. The 3-spoke steering wheel looks nice and chunky, while the big digital instrument cluster adds some attitude. The user interface of the console isn't the best, but you aren't expecting it to be from Bentley or Ferrari, right? There's also a USB, OIN and Bluetooth, so all your music needs are covered. At 35 lakhs, it's the most affordable sports car in India, and the order is already piling up. The effort put into making the Avanti shows, and certain faults it has, you can let them pass. Considering that the car doesn't come out of the stable of a car manufacturer, we have to applaud this attempt, and we hope that future cars from DC will be more refined, as every company learns from its mistakes. The Avanti then is creating a bit of a history, and moving away from the world of flying chariots, and this is what makes it even more special.